Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Meet the Guru. On this show, we hear the perspectives and life stories of our STEM education teachers who manufacture the future by imparting knowledge to students. And today, the guest we have here is Shubha Pradhan, who's TGT Biology from NC Jindal Public School, Punjabi Bagh, New Delhi. She's in fact the first Engage Mentor on Engage with Science platform. For the people who don't know who Engage Mentors are, ये एक STEM टीचर्स हैं जो कि Engage with साइंस प्लेटफॉर्म पे कुछ एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स करके एजुकेशनल वीडियोस बनाते हैं जिसको हम चैप्टर थेरेपी बोलते हैं एंड दीज वीडियोस आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स who cannot otherwise understand the tough topics that are really tough and probably they have a real problem in understanding it in their schools probably या कभी कभी तो किसी के पास कुछ समझने के लिए और कोई चारा नहीं होता so they can just log on to Engage with Science and they can just watch all these chapter therapy videos. And also it gives an opportunity for the teachers to expand their pedagogical horizons and reach, the masses, the students from across India. So Shubhaji, I would really want to know what is your experience. I think you're a very experienced teacher and it has been a great span for you as a biology teacher. So what kind of a difference do you see these kind of videos or online teaching in general has helped students, or what kind of a difference have you witnessed in your teaching career?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Prachi, for giving me this opportunity to talk to you and all those who are listening to me right now, my students, my colleagues, my seniors, my mentors, that the teaching had been a wonderful experience for me. It is not an easy job. I know people feel that if you are a teacher, you are not doing anything, especially these days during this pandemic. People feel that teachers are just sitting at home and they are getting free salary. But to tell you the truth, we have really worked hard. It's not easy to quickly shift over from chalk and board to the
Online mode of teaching.
technical things, how to
Right.
save things, how to transfer things, how to download, how to upload things which we had been not using much. Yes, we were using it as an aid, and during, like, we had the smart classes where we were showing the modules which were already there, fed in. And but when this shift happened, it was, a really difficult task for teachers, and still problems we face. But yes,
Right.
like, we have our students itself. When we are doing something during the class, they themselves help us that
Wow.
ma'am usko dabao, ma'am wahan chale jao. And they help us that I'll tell them कि screen blank हो गया, what to do. Then they will tell me that ma'am ऐसा कर लो, मैम आप वहाँ चले जाओ, आप ऐसा कर सकते हो, or audio is not there, or whatever. So they also help, and our young colleagues who are also very techno savvy, they help. Then my own children help me. And yes, this had been a difficult journey, but as a teacher, I'm happy that I'm learning every day. So I don't
Right.
say that I'm a teacher, I'm a student. So
Wow.
it's not that after 20 years of teaching, I can say I am a master of the subject. Because daily, when you teach, you are teaching the same thing. From last 20 years, I'm teaching the same thing, but you will be surprised, I never get bored. So same thing I'm teaching, but the students are changing, and the way they receive things change. Their questions change, and I get amazed. Like, even yesterday, a student asked me a question, and I kept on thinking the whole day that what is the probable answer. And of course, that keeps your mind in working condition, right? So it will
Okay.
not
So
get
what was the
eroded.
question?
Question was, I was explaining, by chance, Prachi, the same topic. I was talking about heart, and there were a heart has two auricles, two ventricles, and auricles receive and ventricles pump the blood. And the child asked, that why not heart has only ventricles? It only it can receive the blood and it can pump the blood. So why four chambers? Why not two chambers only? Okay, for that point of time, I said, let me think over it. What you're talking about, this is the structure actually, and told you the normal working. And then I kept on thinking, and I remembered that long back in my graduation, I learned the evolution of heart, that how the heart has evolved during the evolution. That earlier it was two chambered, then it became three chambered, and then it became four chambered. That means it
Okay.
increases the efficiency of heart. So definitely, whenever I'll get to talk to the child again, I would be able to explain. So this is
Wow.
the beauty of the profession, that you learn, and
Right.
this forces you to think and explore and find out more and more.
बट डेफिनेटली वन थिंग यू हैव सेड इट रियल करेक्ट क्योंकि हम जितने भी टीचर्स से इंटरेक्ट कर रहे हैं फॉर द पास्ट फ्यू मंथ्स दे हैव ऑलवेज बीन सेइंग नो मैटर हाउ टेक savvy we were earlier, but the journey we have been throughout the pandemic has been tremendously adventurous. Probably I would use these correct words because कुछ लोगों के लिए बहुत टफ रहा है. They have really cried out कि कुछ कुछ कैसे करें, कुछ नहीं हो रहा. Sometimes there was a connectivity problem. Students समटाइम्स दे आर वेरी बहुत हेल्पफुल होते हैं. समटाइम्स दे आर वेरी ओके, अभी तो हमें मजा आ रहा है, ऑनलाइन
मजा आ
क्लासेस
रहा
हो
है.
रही है, वी कैन राइट. सो डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंसेस वी हैव हर्ड फ्रॉम डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ टीचर्स, बट everyone has said the same thing, that we have learned a lot during this entire journey of online teaching. So I really want to know what is the difference when it comes to biology. जैसे हमने देखा मैथ्स में टीचर्स किस तरीके से पढ़ा रहे हैं, फिजिक्स में पढ़ा रहे हैं. वी हैव सीन योर वीडियो, the
Yeah.
first video that you have made with us on heart. तो वो आपने उसमें एक structure बनाया, that was a whiteboard. But what are the other methods for biology you go for, like experiments? अभी जो एक onion peel का एक experiment होता है, I believe, right? Ninth में it
Mm.
was there when I was in school.
It's
So
still there.
yeah, so do you still do that, or how do you practice these kind of experiments? I mean, वो कैसे करते हैं आप लोग? क्यों माइक्रोस्कोप से आपको देखना पड़ता है सेल्स का उसमें स्ट्रक्चर? So is it still happening, or there's a pause on that kind of a knowledge and there's a different kind of knowledge that you are imparting to
Okay,
students?
knowledge we have to impart because it's the
Right.
practical part. But because of the situations, hands-on experience is not possible. So
Right.
wherever it is possible, like if I'm talking about osmosis, so
Yeah.
osmosis is can be explained with the help of an activity. So they can make
Okay.
their own potato osmometers. So they can peel, and I told them that you will spoil two potatoes of your mother, but that will help you learn a concept better. So they did it. I told them how to do it. They did the activity and understood that when there is a difference of concentration of water will move inside the potato osmometer. So that way it is possible. And as you were talking about some of the experiments which can be done in labs only, we have a very good platform of OLabs, and it is
Okay.
developed by Government of India, where they are actually showing the videos. The person actually is performing the experiment. So, of course, students cannot do it with their own hands, but they get a very clear view. Maybe in class, when 15 students are around me, I may not be able to give them that good view, but with that video they get a very good view, and they are able to see the best slides. So that is one way. And then other ways we are using the YouTube videos which
Okay.
explain the things like structure of heart, or if I come back to that topic only. So with the video they can easily make out from where is the blood coming, where is it going, and that clarifies the topic very easily for the student.
So there's one question that is coming to my mind. मैंने आपके साथ पहले भी जब काम किया है, when we had recorded a video, engagement of video, उस वक्त भी मैंने ये बात आपसे बोली थी. Are you really a strict teacher? And I really want to
No, not
ask
at
you
all.
कि are you a
You
strict?
are not
My
strict.
question is, अभी आप strict teacher हो या नहीं? And how were you as a student? I mean, I
Okay.
really want to know, were you an obedient kid or you were a naughty kid? So what is the difference between you as a teacher and you as a student? I really want to know.
Okay. So I used to be that studious, obedient front
My
bencher,
guess
you
was
know.
right.
And I have a short height. So whether teacher will allot me, I'll get first seat, and by choice also I'll take first seat. All through my education, whether it is school or college, PG, wherever I've studied, I have been the front bencher. Studious
Wow.
kind with specs, and टीचर बोलेगी खड़े हो जाओ तो खड़ी हो जाऊंगी, टीचर बोलेगी बैठ जाओ तो मैं बैठ जाऊंगी. I was that kind of student. And uh, I am not strict at all. You can ask my students that, see,
There are many
touching is,
students, I must tell you, who are live and they are commenting on this live show, and I'm very glad कि सब लोग बात कर रहे हैं. And Prachi Bhasin is writing not at all. I think she's a student and she's writing you're not at all a strict teacher. That's
no, I'm not.
tremendous. Yeah, you are such a nice teacher. And because we have very less time and we have a time limit here, so we are moving to our next section, which is called Here You Go, My Perspective.
Okay.
So, this is a new section that we have introduced for teachers where we believe that your perception, your viewpoint on things really matters. So, I have a question for you on a very, topic which is really important for all the nations of the world. And there have been so many, Paris Summit and so many things are happening on that topic. And the topic is climate change.
Right.
So you are a science teacher and you must be familiar with the nature of all those gases. In fact, greenhouse gases in specific we talk about, and other factors as well that are aiding in climate change. So we also talk about the administration doing or not doing anything for the rise in temperature and emission of gases. But in your perspective, what can be an individual's contribution, or what do you urge from your students? How can we bring a normalcy at our end? Because as they say, every penny matters. So is there a thing that you suggest your students to, charity begins at home, every penny matters? These kind of proverbs actually hold true in these situations. So instead of blaming the administration, what is our first duty as a citizen, as an individual, towards this problem?
Prachi, you are absolutely right. This is the issue of the day. Or if we have to save our planet, like the human beings are digging their own grave. Time may come that everything will be gone and we will not be able to do anything. So this is the time that we do something, and each one has the responsibility. And as a biology teacher, we have one chapter in every class regarding environment, regarding the management of natural resources, or plastic, or anything which is uh, creating a lot of problems in our environment. So even we were talking we were had this no plastic campaign in our school, and we just I helped students take a pledge that we will try to avoid plastic as much as possible. So all this together, climate change is the how do I, if I define, weather is a temporary condition of any area. Like right now it may be cloudy, after 5-10 minutes it may be rainy. The weather changes uh,
Right.
within a small time span. But climate is a general conditions in an area, and that is changing. And one of the main reason, as you said, greenhouse gases, the vehicular pollution. If I remember as a child, uh, my grandfather was the only person in the whole colony, the block, which who was having a car, and that was a second hand car. And we by the when the car used to be at the end of the road, we could make out that he's coming, the car is coming. Now you can imagine, Prachi, where one family was living, the houses have been rebuilt. Now there are
Right.
maybe 10 families living, and every family is having minimum two cars. That's minimum. They may have maybe having more. Now where will they where will the exhaust go? Where it is they are occupying space. People are fighting for parking. And we used to play badminton on the road. There was no traffic. But can I afford my child to go move out of the house because I'm afraid. There is a lot of traffic outside. There's a lot of pollution outside. Like we know that even though we don't smoke, but the Delhi's air is
Right.
so much polluted that we are, as if we are smokers. Our lungs are taking this polluted air. So we, as a teacher, we have a duty, and we tell this to every child, that it becomes your duty. Ye mat likhna. When the question comes that what can be done, don't write ban plastic, do not cut trees. That is not practical. Write what you can do as a student. You can take a poly bag. You cannot can avoid taking a poly bag. Like you are going to stationery and you are buying one eraser, one pencil, you will put it in a poly bag and give it to you. You can easily say no, I don't want that poly bag. Keep it in your pocket. If there are stairs available and you can walk, climb up the stairs, wear an extra sweater, switch off the ACs and fans when not required. We are, very casual in our attitude, and we
Right.
know that things are available. So we tend to um, take things
Definitely.
easy.
Yeah.
So we have
Yeah.
to
So
control at
so
our
I
level.
believe what you mean to say is change yourself, the world would change automatically. Don't change,
Right.
don't go on a mission to change the entire world for of its habits. एक खुद सुधर जाओ, सब सुधर जाएगा, right?
हाँ, बूंद बूंद
थैंक
से
यू सो
सागर
मच।
भरता है.
बहुत बढ़िया आपने बताया क्लाइमेट चेंज के बारे में, एंड आई थिंक आपके स्टूडेंट्स जो सुन रहे हैं, यू हैव ऑलरेडी प्लेज देम नॉट टू यूज प्लास्टिक, एटलीस्ट जितना वो अवॉइड कर सकते हैं दे शुड अवॉइड. एंड नाउ वी हैव अनदर सेक्शन जो कि मेरा फेवरेट है, इट्स माय पर्सनल फेवरेट, विच इज गुरु का रैपिड फायर टेस्ट. एंड आई विल टेल यू एट द एंड ऑफ the test you have failed it or nailed it. And
Okay.
like the rules there are in every other games, तो इसके भी rules हैं. You have to be very spontaneous and you have to answer in one word or like a very 2 or 3 words, right? So here we go. So what is the rarest blood group?
O negative.
इतना time, I think AB negative it is. AB negative and O negative. Okay, fine. Who is the naughtiest student in your class?
Uh, Karthik Sankla.
Okay, what does he do?
Oh, he will keep on interfering. Like I
Okay, during
tell
the
them
online
not to
classes.
interfere. I don't mute my students. See, I don't like muting my students. I keep my class
Okay.
open. They can interact. I like interactive class. It's not like I keep on giving them, and I should get back from them. So he will interfere when I'm teaching a very difficult concept, and he will speak something which is irrelevant.
Okay, so what is it that you find most challenging in your life?
Uh, Challenging in my life.
Please be quick. Be quick.
Mental maths.
Clock okay, mental maths. There used to be a book of mental maths. Okay, biology teacher. Mental maths को तो hate करेंगे. Wow.
I from my childhood, I used to hate maths, and I'm sorry to say, but I blame my teachers for this. I was an intelligent child, but how could not do maths? So something went wrong somewhere.
Teacher's fault. Yeah, yeah. Agree.
So I
Okay,
don't
so
want to
if
be such teacher. So I don't want to be such a teacher
So
who
now
is
I
not
am
in my.
going to introduce you to a mental maths teacher now, and your classes are going to begin. And I want to see if you are going to learn mental maths on Engage with Science platform or not. The last question is for you. If not teaching, what would be the other profession you would have gone into?
Okay, my students know me. I love drawing, and for everything, I make a drawing on the board, whatever I have to explain.
I
And
knew it.
I'm so
हार्ट का
I
डायग्राम बनाया था आपने इतना बढ़िया सा.
so my students love it, and this is my USP. So if everyone wants colored chalk in the school, they come to me because they know that it is me. And now instead of colored chalks, I have colored markers. So that is even better. And I could have gone to fine arts.
Right. Nice. You seem to be a very jolly teacher, a very fun-loving teacher, and really, we have run out of time. It's 20 minutes. We try to wind it up in 15 minutes because the conversation was so interactive and I was loving it that I did not want to end it. Thank you so much, Shubhaji, for joining us here. It was a very nice, conversation we had, and the lovely comment that I'm getting from your students. They are just excited to see their teacher live here on this show. Thank you so much, students, for
That
watching
is
this
what
show
I've earned
live.
in life. Thank you so much, my
Yeah,
students. Lovely, lovely
definitely.
students. Thank you
That's her
so much.
biggest achievement, I am sure. And all now the viewers, please thank you for watching this show. And if you haven't downloaded India Science app, please go download India Science app for more fun and interactive content on science and mathematics that is really made for you. There are like 2,000 plus videos there on that app. Thank you for watching us. And if you have missed any of our videos, any of our shows, any of our events, please follow our YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and you can watch any of the missed videos that you really want to watch. Thank you so much. See you another time. Bye bye.
Bye.